What's going on, arcade nerds? I said I was going to do viewer mail, and I mean it. Problem is, I don't have a printer, so I was actually debating on writing out some things and reading them off to you, but you know what? That's too much work. So here I'm at Walmart. And I'm going to get me the cheapest printer I can, and let's do some viewer mail. All right, let's do this. I answered a lot of questions already. I didn't want to make you guys wait so long. So here are some of the more recent questions and a couple questions or mail that I got a while ago and actually missed. So, okay, here comes the first one. Hello, Jason. I could really use your help. I have 2 Tempests, 1 Star Wars, 1 Black Widow, and they all have the LV2000 upgrade. Cap kit with additional parts. Now, since he says additional parts, I'm assuming you bought your stuff from Arcade Shop. I still can't get one to work. I'm tired of swapping parts and screwing up more shit. So what I've decided to do is not swap any more parts and just focus on fixing one at a time. So to start, I have assembled all 4 monitors. Let's start with the Star Wars. Game plays blind, okay? The LV2000 green lights are on, the spot killer turns off, and there is chatter. Sounds like you're close. B plus is set to 180, but I get no neck glow. No picture. Have turned up the brightness with picture or center dot. Okay, so, alright, that could be a few things. If you have your B plus, I'm assuming that you're, well, there's a good chance that your flyback is good, but have you replaced the flyback? And here's another question for you. If you have no neck glow, there's a slight possibility that the filament in your tube could be bad. Slight. It happens, but it's not very common. What I would do is I would test your heater voltage right on the end of the tube, and I'm going to make a picture appear. I want you to test those locations for 6.3 volts, and then maybe replace the flyback, just for giggles if you haven't already. Send me another email and tell me what you think. Okay, Tempest. I did a full cap kit, and the HV cage smoked. Could not find where it came from. Now I can't change B+, it's stuck at 70 volts. The deflection board blows D102, so I stop there, not knowing where to go. Okay, now you install the additional parts kit. Did you install, now I'm not sure which kit you got, but did you get the kit that has the fuses? It replaces a couple resistors with fuses in its place. Usually when you replace those fuses, after that you really don't see any smoke, no magic smoke happen. D102. I'm gonna look at some schematics and I'm gonna get back to you. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put a picture up right now, and I'm gonna point out at something that hopefully will fix your game, because I'm a little stumped on that one. Okay, it could be your BUP 406 or 406D or 409D, depending on your model. I don't know. I'll get back to you. Okay, Black Widow. Oh, by the way, the yeah, you know what? Okay, Black Widow. No high voltage. Deflection board just cooked a brand new LV2000 with sparks coming out of it. So I stopped there, not sure where to go. Okay, if you're running an LV2000, a lot of people think that is the full-on answer for your low voltage, but it's not. Your LV2000 is directly below a plug on your deflection board. If you follow the 6 wires coming off of that plug, it goes to 2 transistors underneath your chassis, underneath the metal frame. Check those transistors. If you've already replaced them, by the way, they don't come in most kits. And they are the same transistors that Wells Gardner uses for deflection. But here's a few things to check for. I made a video talking about how to test transistors. If you can't find it, they're all over the internet. Check your transistors, okay? Number one. Number two, make sure the case of the transistor is not actually grounded to the metal frame. But hopefully that helps you out. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Hey Jason, big fan of the channel. Since you were talking about doing viewer mail in your last video, I thought I would send you nerd mail. I kind of like nerd mail. We're gonna call it nerd mail.
We are arcade nerds.
Arcade nerd mail. All right. So I have an Allied Leisure Paddle Battle. Oh, I have a Paddle Battle board. I want to take it out and be like, yee. Okay, all right. I have a Paddle Battle board myself, working. Okay, so I have an Allied Leisure Paddle Battle Pong clone. While this is the most simplest game I have, it's been the most difficult to get running. So here's my issue. I have a 19-inch flat screen monitor in the cab. All right. I'm not a fan of putting LCDs in monitors in games. Okay, it has composite S-video and cable screw-in. I'm not sure what cable screw-in means. The board works if I, using composite, plug the connectors all the way in, nothing. If I just leave them barely hanging, I get the game and sound, even though picture signal is weak. Is this a ground issue? I also tried RGB CGA to TV composite converter board. Those are those boards that they sell on eBay. Not having any luck. I'm losing my mind over this. Please help. Love the vids you put out. You're definitely inspiring to me, and I'm quite sure a few others. Peace. That's Ed. Okay, Ed. This is what I would try. I would try if you're connecting it to your composite in. Okay, I would try cutting that cable and switching the wires. And it's also possible it could be inverted. It's also possible that your LCD just doesn't like that frequency. Have you tried it on other things? Better yet, why not just get an old TV set from like Goodwill or something? You should be able to pick one up for like $5 and it'll look more authentic, you know. But I would try a different TV. And now that's about as far as I'm going to tell you right now. I mean, it's a slight possibility that it's a inverted sync, and there's a way to re-invert it. But yeah, you know, try a different TV and come back to me, and we'll see if that helps or not. Yeah. Also, you can use a Space Invaders monitor for that. I believe, isn't that a 19-inch game, Kelly?
I think so.
You can use a Space Invaders monitor for that. Plug and play. There's, you know. Okay, so, oh, by the way, here's the picture. Paddle Battle. You know, I have the game board, but I don't have the cabinet. I always wanted one. I almost picked one up a few years ago. But, yeah. Ow! All right, now, Jason, I want to drop you a line and thank you for your YouTube videos. A little background about me. I'm a police detective, SWAT guy, firearms instructor, traffic homicide investigator, graduate from the FBI sniper school. Is this guy real? And firearms instructor school. I deal with the worst humanity has to offer almost daily. Before all that, I loved playing arcade games. I loved the arcade experience, the atmosphere, the sounds, the immersion, and the smell and hum of electronics. All memories from a different time, a different era, a different way the world looked and felt. Recently, I went to Rocket City Arcade in Huntsville, Alabama. There sat my old yellow friend and arch nemesis. 30-something years later, I learned to be a formidable opponent against a venerable Pac-Man game. Deep within some archive in my brain remained patterns I learned as a child. I progressed to the 9th key, which is farther than I can go, buddy, as I did so many decades ago. There for a bit I felt like I did as a kid in an arcade. Not a worry in the world. I write all that esoteric sentiment to say to you how much I enjoy coming home and watching Arcade Jason videos. I realize you view yourself as small, Well, I'm kind of big this way. I enjoy your channel. I enjoy other channels as well, but here is what makes you my favorite. You are authentic and real. I hear that a lot, and I'm not actually even sure what you guys are talking about. I don't know. I'm real. Just, you know. Okay, you are a regular guy with a wife and kids who doesn't try to make a big production. Your technical expertise is obvious. I've learned a great deal from you, and have been motivated to start finding arcade games to have, play, and work on. All right, you know. I thought you might enjoy knowing that you do help a lot of people you likely would not expect. Thanks again and best wishes. Well, thanks for writing, Kelly. I mean, it's you know, I appreciate the time you took to write that, and I understand. I can see it. You know. Thanks. I'll keep going. I hope we'll try. We'll see. Okay. Hi, Jason. I have another oddball for you. Any idea what this might be? 4-color, full side, silk screened. I thought it might be something generic, but there is a lot of bucks to run the ARC that way. Okay, so let me show you the picture here. I just dropped my bar stool. Okay, you see this game right here? Well, no fear. I know what it is. It is made by a company called Sidam. S-I-D-A-M. It's I believe it's Italian. Somebody correct me wrong. Maybe you European guys can leave something in the comments. But I believe it's Missile Storm. But see, the interesting story about Sidam. Interesting story about them. They made bootlegs of Atari games, and Atari kind of got pissed off and sued them. So, but interesting. I wish I had that myself. To be honest, it's kind of cool. It's a slight possibility. I'm pretty sure it's Missile Storm, but a slight possibility that could be asteroids. And hey, Kelly, what do they call asteroids for Sidam?
Astarock, but I think
Astarock.
I think the art was different.
Different?
Yeah.
But I've actually worked on these before. I would love to have an Astarock. Oh, I'd love to have an Astarock. But yeah, so that's what that is. I think. Oh. Okay. Now, here's another one. Subject: monitors. I've been watching your videos for a while now, and I have a weird issue with 2 of my cabinets. I was hoping you might be able to assist or point me in the right direction. I'm looking for a bezel for my Neo Geo 2-slot MVS cabinet and my Sega Model 2 Virtua Fighter. Do you know of any good sources for these? Okay, so wait, he's looking for the bezel, and he's looking for... he's looking for a bezel for his Neo Geo. Do you know of any good sources for these? Also, a technical question. My Sega seems to have an issue with brightness. I've tried cranking it up, but it gets washed out before it gets bright enough. Would a cap kit resolve this? Any assistance would be greatly appreciated. I'm more than willing to get these things to a tech for repair, but I don't know of any in my area. Honestly, I want to learn how to fix it myself. I'm in Central Connecticut, and there is not the biggest group of arcade nerds around here. So I'm learning by YouTube, by electronics experience from high school and military training, and my brief stint as an electrician. I used to be an electrician too. Your videos have been a great view into the arcade machine mechanicals and a good motivator. Thank for all the... He meant to say the... Thanks for all the good stuff that I can watch and learn. Well, cool. I'm glad you like watching the channel. What I would say is, if you crank up your flyback and the focus goes out, does it get better when it's down? Because if it does, I would say it's probably caps. It's probably your high voltage caps. I don't know what monitor you have, but just try a cap kit first. The good news is it works. So it can really only be 2 things. Do a cap kit first. If it does not fix after the cap kit, go ahead and move on to a flyback. But I'm probably 90% positive you're going to have working monitor after a cap kit. Hi Jason, my name is Steve. I'm a teacher from Los Angeles. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Alright. Hi Jason, my name is Steve. I'm a teacher from Los Angeles. All-around video game nerd, and I love your vids. You're super smart and inspiring when it comes to electronics. I really appreciate the knowledge and honest character you put into your videos. So I thought I'd try and make you a small gift. I made you a theme song and intro for your vids. See if you like them. I'm looking forward to seeing your channel grow. Feel free to edit them as necessary. I would love to get the channel to grow. Oh, are you kidding me? Ah.
I don't even know how that...
No, the kids turned on the air conditioner upstairs. Air conditioner plus the refrigerator blew the breaker. Turn the camera off, we'll flip the breaker. Okay, we are back with power. I also forgot that I'm right behind the camera. I'm running two 500-watt halogen lights. Yeah, my house is over 100 years old, and some sections of my wiring is knob and tube. So all the lights in the entire house and all of the outlets upstairs are on the same breaker, and it's a little 15 amp breaker. So yeah, by the way, I rewired this entire house when I first got it. I rewired the entire house except for that one circuit because it was kind of difficult to get to. I didn't want to tear up the walls and whatever. But okay, so let me show you this video. Okay, now I really appreciate that, Steve. That's really awesome, and I do want to grow the channel and whatever. And I realize that I need to make the channel more professional looking. I know. My biggest problem is I don't know how to do all that graphical editing stuff. There's a lot of gaps in what I know. I'm kind of good at some things, and other things that might be easy for other people. I'm just absolutely terrible. I mean, I kind of have a skill set in the stuff no one cares about, and then everything else I'm kind of an idiot. So, but honestly, I really appreciate what you did there. But I'm going to be honest and say I kind of don't like it. See, this is what I kind of envisioned in my mind. I would love to see this. If you would know how to do this, Steve, I'd greatly appreciate it. Or anyone. I was kind of thinking of like an asteroids machine, like all CGI or something, and like maybe the camera goes around the asteroids machine, and then you like zoom in, and then you see the circuit board, or somehow like the Arcade Jason logo is in the middle of a vector screen, and then like pieces together the letters or something, or maybe there's a asteroid ship shooting, and then it ends with like Arcade Jason. I don't know. That's just kind of what I was thinking. I wish I could do something like that. But honestly, I mean, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I do appreciate it, and I don't mean to insult you at all in any way. But I really appreciate you putting the time into that. Maybe something different. But yeah. So with the rest of this video, I want to show you guys a thing I bought on eBay. This comes from a company called Vintage Tech, and what this is it's kind of like a screensaver for your oscilloscope. So I'm going to hook up the oscilloscope and I'm going to show you what this does. Okay, this is the thing I got in the mail. By the way, I bought this from eBay and I paid $30 for it, which I thought was kind of high, especially since The chip, it's just using it's such a simple little board, you know. This should have been like a $5 kind of thing, in my opinion. I don't know, but I wanted it bad enough because I'm a vector nut. So what this does is it displays two different pictures, and the first picture is the Tektronix logo, and the second picture is Tektronix second logo that they show on their schematic sheets. Now Tektronix is a company that is most well known for making oscilloscopes. Okay, now I'm going to display this on a cheap Tenma oscilloscope, but this can't be run on just any oscilloscope. It needs to run on an oscilloscope that has an XY mode that can be a vector. Basically a scope that can act like an Atari vector or an arcade machine vector. And I was wondering if I could make a little test rig out of this and possibly use it on arcade vectors. But this is what it looks like. See, what I did is I connected 5 volts to it, and I ended up using a USB cable, and I connected it like this. See, right here is my scope probes, and you have 2 jumpers, one jumper here, one jumper here. And the way it works is this is your ground in the center. You can choose to not ground it to either of these terminals, or you can ground it to this side or that side. And what the difference is, it'll select at startup one picture or the other picture. But if you select neither, it'll go back and forth between 2 different pictures. Oops, I had that broken off there. But there's also one other thing that's really awesome about this, and I haven't tested it yet. We're getting ready to put it together here. But this will play Pong, Vector Pong. So I thought that was kind of cool. I kind of half-heartedly maybe might think about making a tiny arcade machine that plays Pong. We'll see how it looks when it's all put together. I gotta dig and find some potentiometers. But let me zoom into this. You know what? Let me see if I can move this camera stand down. Let me loosen this. Oh! Oh! Okay. So let me zoom in so you can kind of see this. Matter of fact, oh man, the camera battery is dying again. Okay, let me charge the camera up a little bit. These are the 2 pictures that you see. And I have it set to alternate between the 2 pictures, and I'm going to charge the camera a little bit and then show you what Pong looks like. Okay, as you can see, we have it all hooked up, and I used the rest of that USB cable, and I put a potentiometer here for me and a potentiometer for my wife. So I'm on the left hand side, moving up and down. Okay, so Kelly, unplug the here. You gotta unplug the USB and plug it back in, and now the game starts. So I'm on the left. Go ahead, Kelly. This is actually kind of cool. I do wish the score was a little smaller, and there was sound. From what I understand here, there's no hookups for sound. So, you know, look here. Let me try to zoom in. And this chip is fully capable of outputting sound too, which sucks. Pretty cool. You know, I wonder... they probably didn't do it, but it's also possible to add like a sound on the vector line. This is an extremely easy game of Pong. It's a little too slow. So, I don't know. I may not put this inside a mini cabinet or not. I don't know. Pretty fucking cool though.
It is.
So now I have an Atmel chip that plays vector Pong, and an Atmel chip that plays another Pong. Oh jeez, I missed. These pots are working great.
Yeah, they are. Oh, it didn't go all the way down.
I don't know why, but I always did love ball and paddle games. To be honest, one of my favorite games of all time, I don't even have in the arcade room, because it's a common game, and I don't want to get the cool games and put them out in the garage or nothing or something, you know. But one of my all-time favorite games is Arkanoid. This is way too easy. Oh no, you got me! I don't know how that happened. Oh no! But you know, so.
Really?
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 Rally Burger?
Oh, okay, so, you know, you get the idea. It's cool. Was it worth $30? To me, it was. To me, it was.
It is kind of cool to see it on the oscilloscope.
But, I mean, to the average guy, probably not. I don't know. I think it was a little overpriced, to be honest. This should have been a $10.
Yeah.
$5, $15.
Yeah.
Not a $30 plus shipping kind of thing.
No.
But if you're a vector nut, it's another toy to play with. That's for sure. Let me turn the light off. Oh, wrong thing. Now you can see it better. But anyways, alright guys, have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon at the bottom. That way you can see the next video that comes out. Alright, have a good one.